Well, hello everyone. It's that time again. Time for another reading from Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. Let's see who decided to pay us a visit today. Oh no! The Son of Satan, Marvel Comics Group, The Son of Satan, number 4. Only 25 cents back in 1976, and there's the original date stamp, March 11th. As usual, if you're interested in this book, it is available on my eBay webpage, papas-comic-books. Okay, what do you say we get right into it? Let's start reading the cover. Yale Demon, nothing can survive the power of my soul fire. You may think you can defeat me, devil spawn, but how can you stand against the faces of fear? Stan Lee, the Son of Satan, Cloud of Witness. Much has happened since my return from Arizona and my battle with the professor. I feel strangely apart from the world, yet I feel the need to dwell amongst people again, if only to remind me that I am both the son of Satan and earthy and mortal I have never known. Also, I need to know what the identity I have as Damon Hellstrom. Perhaps I may find my answer here. Here in Georgetown in Washington, D.C., it is a place of quiet soon to be disrupted. A time of change. Oh, can remember vaguely a time when only a Damien Hellstrom existed and Satan was nothing more complex than a theological boogeyman with which to scare children. Looking back, I see a pattern in it all. I never understood then what happened to my mother, nor my sister and I were separated. But all through those years growing up, I feared that image of Satan, a fear I never questioned. It eventually brought me to study at a Jesuit monastery. Yet I think I must have known my heritage all along. Why else did I leave the monastery with such finality when I was notified of my inheritance of the Fire Lake mansion and the diary? And how much did Mother's diary tell me that I didn't already know, choosing instead to bury it deep in my subconscious? It's strange that I've never realized any of this until I recently, but I must learn whether the other part of me, the man of God, the son of Mother, still exists. Well, elsewhere, but close by, 0737XY95, file entry, subject, Damon, data known, statistical input, C, also hard copy, newspaper, magazine, advertisement, calculated across, Exorcist for hire, established January 74, Pierce St. Louis, believed affiliated with Gateway University, additional data, Catherine Reynolds, spring of 1974. The very existence of my life has changed so radically in so short a time. I had planned to return to Fire Lake in private practice for a while. Raphael Zorin, the professor, changed all that, or at least set forces in motion, destroying the fire at Lake Nance. Then Satan, in a fit of rage, sealed off in a dimensional gateway, joining earth and hell. I, in turn, exercised what influence of Satan remained in the smoldering rubble. I made a decision in that moment that I must divorce myself from ties to my satanic father. Satan would only reopen the Fire Lake gateway if I were there. I had no plans, but financially speaking, I needed none. I briefly entertained notions of returning to St. Louis, but I never thought I could be there. How strangely fortuitous to find in the special post box I maintained for business reasons the letter. And now those charges are irrevocably, what? Damien Maelstrom. He is startled at first, for the figure's skin in his pallor of detail, and even across the distance there is an intensity that draws his gaze to her eaves, which glow with the pinkish blush. But the graceful figure which steps out of the shadow of the overhang is no vision of doom. Damon relaxes but does not smile an albino, and she seems to know me. Don't forget, if you see this coupon, go to LaSalle. I assume from your look of being lost that you are Damon Hellstrom, unless you're just spaced out. If you are Hellstrom, my name is Serena Thames, and Dr. Anderson has asked me to greet you for him. You see, I was on my way to your appointed destination and couldn't help but notice you. You have distinctive, aloft demeanor, I must say. I have much to occupy my mind, really. How ripping. I'm told I can be a bit distant at times. Forgive me. I am indeed Damon Hellstrom. Miss Thames, is it? Yes, Thames, spelt like the river. Well, what do you think, District University of the less famous Georgetown campus? We never had an exorcist before. I don't. Never mind, I just as soon get out of this bright sun. You'll be staying here during your review. This complex is specially housing dorm, mostly used for faculty and guests. It's mostly empty right now, so it should be peaceful enough. With remarkable but typical efficiency, they put you next door to one of the few occupier rooms on this floor. He may hear you moving around and come in to give you a once-over. He's a little spooky, but he seems harmless. Thank you, Miss Thames. I won't make an issue out of it, but I prefer Miss however Sabrina will do. You can rest for a while. I'll return for you in a couple of hours. Pleasant meeting you, Sarifa. Meanwhile, in the main administration complex, here's the readout you asked for from the master computer, Brian. Thanks, Amelia. After all, this time you still puzzle me. You look more like a character from a Victoria Holt novel than District U's most efficient research compu librarian. Scientists usually wear smocks, don't they? That's what you get for employing a woman of such varied talents and calling her over to the middle of the period dance workshops. Besides, I'm convinced the computer likes me to dress up. By the way, I was able to find a few wire photos of this entry. I had printouts made of them. I don't suppose you'd care to tell me what this is all about? Yes, tell the man. In these photos is someone who may very well carry the fate of the new parapsychology department I've worked so hard for. I'm backing him to head it. That means I have to push him all the way because I can't afford any setbacks right now. I don't know why I should worry. He was recommended by Dr. Catherine Reynolds, an old friend and distinguished colleague. It's just that he's so blasted unorthodox, and I hate making waves. But whatever I have to see that he works out, I'll need a researcher, Amelia. And you need a spy, Brian. No, it's too late for that. I need a consulting diagnostician. I need someone who can continually assure me what a wonderful choice I've made. And if I can't give you that assurance, I don't suppose I could talk you into lying to me. No, I didn't think so. Kung Fu Karate. How much? Hey, only $4.98. You could be a master. Seriously, I can't think of anyone else I'd want to assign his researcher. Like I said, I can't afford to blow it. But if he's wrong for the job, I want to know before the others. It won't look good, but at least I can prepare an alternative. And if he's right, I want to stand behind him 100%, no matter how unorthodox his approach. I should call the agent in charge of my Fire Lake estate and tell them where to send the papers for me to sign. But it can wait. I'm tired. Have all that been all day, and my mind keeps ceaselessly turning. I almost wish, no, for too long I shut out my thoughts until I nearly lost myself, saved only by the devastating inward journey, with my own psyche confronting myself. But let my thinking ease. I need to rest. I need rest. Rest. I wonder, did I make the right decision? Arid desert Arizona. No, it is desert, but somehow there is nuance to it. the whiteness of the hot sand. I am dreaming. The son of Satan feels heat rising up under his feet, the sun blinding overhead. The place is distant. He fails to perceive where he is. His mind clouds, and events move more blowy, time becoming more slowly, time becoming a pearl, drifting in hot, sleepy oil. There is a shade ahead, difficult to make out, almost the rippling, distorting air rising from the ground. It's a man, a most beautiful man, his skin like polished bronze, reflecting light back at the sun. The son of Satan feels drawn, compelled to follow this man he has never seen before, yet senses he knows. Astu atu astu tatus kachu. Archu wacha ratagulika labashka numuchkuchu. Hey, I want that bike. The words are foreign and strange, yet the cadence, the chant brings him memories and perceptions from which he should feel no familiarity. The incense swirls about his eyes, sweet, choking, ambrosia. The encloudment passes the air, is no longer laden with smoky sweetness, but with a more delicate, flowery sensation. The Lord bless me and keep me. The Lord maketh his countenance to shine down upon me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Woman, Damon. Why, Damon, how good of you to come. Mother, I've decided to enter the convent. I have made my covenant with God, and my body, my mind, my soul will be safe in his keeping. My mother once considered a life of holy abstinence. She had sought to enter a convent. They felt that she wasn't right, too young to, unsure, too also, but that was long ago. My mother is dead. Mother, Damon, come stand by my side. Let us pray. Keep thy watch on, thou, who art Lord of all. Let us stand in thy light and guide us through the dark. Help us, O Lord, when we falter from thy path, and teach us wisdom in invoking thy name. Amen. Damon, it was so good to see you. Come, my love. Yes, yes, I am ready, my love. No. Who? Mother, son of Satan screams, and grief burns in his breast. Hushin, the spell is not yet concluded. What? Who I have become by many names. I have chosen prophet, and I am known as the celestial fool. I am the arbiter of the dream, the thought it is made up of weaving the probability, which I do not control. I am its only point of reality. The son of Satan watches transfixed the feelings of ruptured reality, sets upon him like a sickness. These images all have meaning. They are all portents, but it is you, Hellstrom, you who must apply the images, unravel their fabric, and reweave them. Ooh, MarvelCon 76. I want to go to that. I want to get some free 4 comic books too. Look at that. You can fix anything. And all it will cost you is $13.95. You still do not understand, because after all time at the opportunity given, you still do not understand yourself or your duality. Dreams like a thick black lacquer over the mind of preservation. Preservation of fate or procrastinic awareness. All these images are rays of light, not yet emitted, not yet reflected. They are malleable to the senses. They can be altered as easily as they are arbitrated. You can alter them, Hellstrom, you. At last I see if dream this is. I will be mocked no longer. Has not my own father toyed enough with my mind, or are you one of his minions? It doesn't matter. Yes, my life is in turmoil. Yes, I know that. I know not which is the receptacle of my true identity, myself or the dark soul, which now seethes within me. But I know I will shatter your images of deception. Don't you see how useless that is when yourself are part of the deception, that in reality Your dark soul is as dormant as you are, but then you still have much to learn. Farewell. Gone. But I'm still here. Another sound the son of Satan turns, where the images have changed again. I am in a different place, a graveyard. But why? And what is the strange procession circling me? Hey, I like skateboards. You could be drafting. You could get a high-paid drafting job for no price on this one. Doesn't tell you. Just send in the coupon. Wheels creak beneath their burden. A richly stained hardwood coffin attached at the back of a chariot. The creaking is the only sound in the eerie silence. A funeral procession, but who are they burying? Whose funeral? Mine. Is that yet another cryptic portent to make me doubt my self-sanity? Then there is a jarring feeling of the presence behind him. The sensation of emptiness and of loss. A woman, I can't quite make out her face. Damon? Sarifa? Eeh! The screams continue for exaggerated moments, accompanied by the rumbling of the earth closing itself like a giant gnaw about her, or perhaps like a protective womb. Sarifa Thames. She is but a recent acquaintance. And what right does she play in a part of this dream? Must I be blamed for her death too? You didn't kill her, son of Satan. She took her own life, pulled the earth in around her, that it might bury what humanity she had left. But you crushed her and you hurt her. You, liar, I will not listen to your lies. I don't even know the woman. Thank you, Satan. I see, brother, I am at last totally free. Free to destroy this traitorous whelp who imprisons us, both with denies us or universal right to be individual. No, stop, I didn't. Don't concern yourself, son of Satan. No harm shall befall me. For this is Trinity, and this is the bondage of Trinity for those who propagate chaos. This son of Satan is your salvation. Ooh, Spider-Man and the Twinkie Takers. But is salvation what you seek, devil spawn? Or do you embrace rather destruction? Is it him you seek to exercise, or is it me? Stop. I will not be on trial here. My head is in pain. Leave me. As you wish, but consider what you may have been in symbolic. The Trinity is a symbol. All things of power are symbols. Can the Trinity then be broken? What? Asleep, dreaming, remarkable dreams. But what am I doing in costume? Relax. You could not face the unknown as Hellstrom, so you became the son of Satan. You're real? Quite, but I explained that earlier during the dream. I am real. I was who created the dream, to the purpose. What is for you to fathom? I have no idea. I am an oracle. I am a drawn to people by instinct, and weave dreams for them. It is up to them to decipher what the prophecies mean. Suddenly the figure vanishes, and in the next moment, pain in my head all around. While in the adjacent room, outside an ominous wind seems to breathe stillness over the campus. Clouds seem to consciously settle over the sun. Sarifa Thames approaches the special housing dorm. The self-same dorm that heartbeat later belches glass and stone in the single searing flash of light. My God, that's the room next to Hellstrom's. It was occupied. They could both be... Mr. Hellstrom, what happened? Are you all right? I think so, but I don't know much more than you a moment before the flash. I was hit by an inexplicable wave of pain. If you could give me your hand a moment. I hate to ask facetious questions at a time like this, but are those things you're wearing supposed to be pajamas? In a ceremonial garb. But we'll worry about that later. I suggest we investigate this other room. The student might be injured. By the 7 circles, Damon and Sapphira stare transfixed, their minds asking unvoiced questions, questions which will have no answers, no easy answers. Next one was introducing a new mind-maddening menace from Mighty Marvel, the Assassin Revealed. And that's the end of that. Get all those prizes. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading of The Son of Satan, number 4 from 1976. Once again, if you like this book, or if you want this book or any other book, it's available on my eBay webpage, Papa's-Comic-Books. Until next time, as I always say,
that was easy.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, give it a like, ring the bell, leave me a comment, do whatever you like. Until next time, Papa out.